Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. SJ Poor here at the bar at Little Face Brewing. I just came inside from the brewery. I was out there and drinking on some of the LFB blonde. That's getting down to the end. There isn't a whole lot of that bad boy left. So what have I been up to? Well, I just came in from kegging this bad boy. This is, there we go. Slide you down. That is the sample from the summer saison that I kegged up. Has a beautiful nose. So this beer right here is going to be available to anybody that shows up in Pittsburgh next weekend. Not this weekend. This is Father's Day weekend. Next weekend is NHC. It's nice. Oh boy, when that's carbonated, those flavors are going to come through a little more. It's a little drier. It finished out at 1.008 from 1.52. Oh, that's a drinker. That is a summertime, that is a summertime saison, which is exactly what I was shooting for. Traditional, nothing crazy, nothing over the top, just a nice saison. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm digging that. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to NHC, stop by the Scabs booth because we will be serving. I think we have 6 beers that we're taking. I might take a surprise beer. You might. It might be for the VIPs. Just saying. I don't know for certain if I'm going to do that yet or not. I have to see if it'll work. I've got an idea. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag just yet. But yeah, so I'm going to have the Little Face Summer Saison. I also have a Little Face lemonade, raspberry lemonade that I'm going to be serving up there as well. And I'm pushing that bad boy. It's not done yet back there. I know. We're at like 7 days and counting. But I can push a lemonade along pretty quick. So, matter of fact, that lemonade, I'm going to give it a little bit of a love swirl before I go to bed tonight. It's already just about done fermenting, so I'll probably be racking that bad boy over to secondary to clean up a little bit. And then this weekend, I will, like probably Friday or so, I will potassium sorbate that bad boy, kill any yeast that's in there, and I should be able to keg it and be good to go. If I'm kegged Monday night, I'll be good to go for NHC, for a club night. I got it. I got it worked out. This one's going to be good to go. It's on CO2. I have 2 kegs of it. One downstairs in the brewery, one upstairs in the garage, in the extra freezer, Keyser. Charging right now I'll do a couple days at 25 psi, and then I'll back her down to serving and just let her coast at that point. So she'll be ready for NHC. So if you're there, stop by and see old SJ and the rest of his gang from Southern County Amateur Brewers Society. Scabs. So what else we got going on? It's almost 5 minutes. Talked about the Saison. Freezer. Keezers. let's talk a little bit about those. I have had quite the issue over these last couple weeks with my keezers that I've built. I have the one that's behind me here. That's in the bar. It's got 5 on tap. And then I have another one out in the brewery that's got 3 on tap. Well, I wanted to get another keezer, excuse me, before I built the brewery. The one that's in the brewery was out in the garage. And that worked really cool for when I could charge kegs ahead of time. And then I'm literally just pulling them out of there and putting them on tap. Worked out great. Well, when I built the brewery, I moved that one downstairs. I kind of got, that was the end of doing that. So we did an event in Glen Rock, PA. Last swallow. Oh, I am so looking forward to that being carbonated. And I had to get my beers carbonated for that, and I didn't want to mess with them in the keezer down in the brewery and stuff. So I went out and I bought a new freezer, put it in the garage. When I got home with the freezer, I think it was a 6.8 cubic foot freezer, medium size. Got home with the freezer, went down and for whatever reason went down to the brewery and I checked that keezer, and sure enough, guess what? Yeah, that one quit working. So what I was doing for a while, did the event, still hooked the one up in the garage, no problem. I did have a couple controllers here of the digital kind. What are the A419, which is what I have on this one back here. And it's a digital kind that you can actually set up and, digital wise, set your temperatures and all that jazz. Plus I have an Inkbird that's out there that I can do hot and cold, but I didn't want to use that because I have plans for that one. I use that one fermenting. So what I did was for 2 weeks, I was just putting ice blocks, swapping ice blocks. I take jugs, and freeze them. Jugs of water and freeze them. I have a couple of those. And I just kept swapping them out. And believe it or not, it actually worked pretty well. It was keeping it, probably in the 40s. Not terrible bad. So then I was like, all right. Bought another one. Went down, picked it up, came down, and over this past weekend, actually Sunday, because I ended up working Saturday, so I only had Sunday to do it. So I went in and I swapped the keezers around, or the freezers around, put another new one down in the brewery. But of course the collar that I had made for that one, which has 3 taps in it, was made for a bigger freezer. Go figure. So I had to modify that to make it fit, which took quite a bit of modification. That was a lot more work than what I had planned, and got that done, no problem. Came inside here, and I was like, next day, I was going to put Ed Kolsch on tap, which will be a series of videos coming up on Ed Kolsch. Stay tuned. Came in here, opened this thing up, frozen solid. I'm like, what in the heck is going on? So I remembered when I did this swap around with the keezer in the garage, for whatever reason, I've always kept this one set at 38 degrees, okay? Well, 38 degrees works okay with that controller because the controller has a 5-degree ramp, or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so I changed it to, so if it's at 38, take 5 degrees away, you got 33. That's above freezing. When you drop it down to 36, take 5 degrees away, it takes it to 31. Below freezing. Froze them bad boys up solid. And I had a massive condensation, which I figured out why. So going through these controllers, figuring all that stuff out, I was like, okay, I think I know what happened to the keys are out in the brewery. Keys are out in the brewery was one of the old analog where it was a dial. Well, I think that was actually what was happening is the freezer was just turning on off, on off, on off, on off, on off, on off. Then it actually burnt the motor up on that one. Well, I had two more of these other digital ones that had that 5-degree sway, we'll call it, and I hooked that up so that I don't burn another one up. For whatever reason, came down, changed this one, should not have done it, froze my kegs. So yesterday when I got home, that was spent cleaning out the keezer. Now, I had 2.5 to 3 inches of water in the bottom of this keezer. I put fans in both of my keezers. What happened is, this one, right now it's actually doing it again. I can't shut the lid the whole way because the one keg I have on top, I got to make this collar just a tad bit higher. I have a regular size corny keg in there, and the connectors actually touch the bottom of the lid. I don't want to bust out the lid, so I just need to make this collar a little bit taller, and that'll fix it. But outside air mixing in with the cold air in there, hence condensation. So this thing was basically raining for I don't know how long on the inside, enough to have 2.5, 3 inches of water that turned into a block of ice. That was fun. So cleaned all that out yesterday. Today went out, caved up the Saison for NHC. Got my fermenter clean, everything good to go. So, yeah, there's the tale of the two keezers. So remember, if you're getting outside air in to your keezer, that warm air from the outside mixing with the cold air in the inside, it will create an enormous amount of condensation. It's no different than a warm front coming across in the summertime where you get a thunderstorm. The only thing, I didn't have any lightning. Correct that. I had lightning when I noticed that all of my kegs were frozen. But with that said, went through, cleaned all my lines, cleaned everything up, got the whole keezer cleaned up, whole 9 yards. Last night, put everything on, everything was good. Thawed out. All the beers were still good, no problem. Thank God for that. And we move on. So there you have it. I rambled on for 13 minutes. It'll be over 13 minutes until I hit this stop button. Hopefully this will upload, because it's going straight to YouTube. So there. That is what has been keeping me busy for the last couple of weeks here at Little Face Brewing. Yeah. I do have a bunch of footage that I'm going to be putting together that deal with Ed Kolsch. That also deals with the no hot boil pale ale that I did for Glen Rock's Arts and Brew Fest, which was a huge hit. Turned out fantastic. So I have that. Those will be separate videos, and I have some other footage. I've been shooting a lot of footage. I just have not had the opportunity to sit down and edit it all. So I figured today I'm just going to do it on my phone and upload straight from here, which is an easy way of doing it. Why get any more fancier than this? So I'm going to save that extra time and stuff for the bigger videos. Like this one's not. I've rambled on enough. If you're going to NHC, look for the bald guy. I'll be wandering around. Grab a hold of me and say, "Hey, SJ." I'll shake your hand. Hell, I might give you a hug. Hell, I might give you a kiss. Why not, right? This is SJ Poor Little Face Brewing. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, folks. Brew beer. Brew wonderful beer. Cheers.